Hello everybody, I am Torit Mato and you are watching Art in Purulia. My next topic in this series of painting with acrylics is how to paint special subjects such as painting light or very shiny and transparent objects like glass or metal. In this part, today we'll see how to paint light, and in the next part I'll take up glass. It's the occasion of Deepavali, the festival of light, and there couldn't have been a better time to see how to paint light. Painting light is quite tricky. More than the source of the light itself, it's the effects because of the light that's more interesting. When light passes through transparent or translucent objects or gets reflected from shiny surfaces, creates interesting effects. And of course, the highlights and shadows also make very interesting patterns. So the first thing to understand here is the characteristics of the source of the light itself. The most common source of light during the day is the sun. The sun is quite far off, quite bright, and it's omnidirectional. The effects of the sun depend on the time of the day and also a lot of other atmospheric conditions. The sources of light that we have created on our earth, which may be because of fire or electrical lights, generally have a direction in which the light is directed. Few characteristics that we must know about the light sources are: what is the source of the light, whether it's sun or fire or electrical light or any other source, or it can be a combination of multiple sources. The other most important aspect is the direction of the light. This determines the characteristics of the shadows. Like in case of light being overhead, the shadows will be small, and when on the side it will be long. Next is its brightness. How bright is the light? The brightness in most cases are relative. In case of multiple sources, the brightness can be compared with each other. And also, if the background is quite dark, the light relatively appears bright. Next is the color of the light. Most of the time the color of light is white and sometimes yellow and orange in case of fire, but electrical lights can be of any color. Once we understand these, it will be easier to paint light and the effects because of light. To understand some aspects, we'll paint a burning traditional oil lamp today, which we normally call as diya or pradeep. Quite a nice and simple subject to start with, and also a special subject because of Deepavali. This is going to be my reference. Before painting, I have prepared the paper with a cool greenish background, almost similar to the background here in the photograph. You can observe that the warm subject makes a very good contrast with the cool background. So we'll do a quick sketch to position the lamp first. Here the source of light is the lamp itself, and the direction, though it's omnidirectional, we can see the effect only on the body of the lamp and the floor, that is downwards. The brightness is quite bright at the middle of the flame and reduces in the outside of the flame. The color is warm, yellow and orange, and white in the middle. At the bottom there is a blue flame, which is normally the hottest part of the flame. I'll start with the middle of the flame, white straight out of the tube. The background and the floor appears to be quite dark. So let me alter the background slightly along with the floor where the light is falling, and we can see a very light value out there. Next I will block the middle values like the lamp itself. As we get away from the light source, it will get a bit darker and a bit warmer, orangish. The value will get darker and darker as we go down to the body of the lamp. If you recollect, we have discussed about practicing value scale in one of the lessons. If you have done so, you will find it similar. Now we'll wait for these to dry before adding the other colors. Now we'll add the glow of the flame. The value will be slightly darker than the center on the outskirts. To make the flame glow, we need to add some thin down yellow orange so that some amount of the background is also seen through the translucent glaze. Slowly the flame will be orangish as we paint the outer extent of the flame. Also there will be a small bluish glow at the bottom of the flame. Let's define the lamp now. There will be some part of the lamp with light values, mostly on the top where the light hits. We need to blend the colors nicely as the values get darker at the bottom of the lamp. The wick of the lamp is almost black. We can define the shapes and the highlights and shadows some more to finish the painting. Now that brings us to the end of this lesson. What we have seen mostly is the effects of lights and shadows, and the effect of light, what it creates on other objects. Now my next lesson will be on how to paint shiny and transparent objects like glass. Thank you so much for watching the video. Stay safe and healthy. Keep painting, and wishing you all lots of good health, prosperity and happiness in this Deepavali. See you.